and boxing with your host Cowboy and Spade.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show, Bourbon and Boxing, where you already know we do our thing. Back to talking about what we love, baby, boxing. Of course, a couple weeks off. Hasn't been a lot going on, my guy, Spade. Not a lot going on, but we had a big fight last week with Sonny Edwards and Yaffe. We'll get into that. We'll get into some Shakur news. There's been plenty of news to go around. I'll tell you that. A lot of talk in boxing right now. Looks like some fights have been made. Some nice cards going on in Saudi Arabia. Once again, the man himself over in Saudi Arabia Turkey Al-Sheikh has put on another incredible card. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Javante Davis news. Will he retire at the end of 2025? We'll see what Big Spade thinks about that, man. Welcome to the show, my guy, Big Spade. What have you been doing? I already know you've been busy working nonstop, my guy. But what else has been going on in your life?
Man, nothing, man. Just ready to go into this 2025, man, with bigger plans, bigger goals, bro. Where I can feel a little bit more loose right now, 22,
Yeah.
24, kind of my chill year, laid back, chilling, putting plans and thoughts together. But 25, I'm trying to I ain't even gonna say take off, but I'm trying to be better than I was this year, which is gonna
Yeah.
happen. So
Yeah.
it's already happening. So, I'm good, bro. For real, how you been? What was your Thanksgiving like?
Man, it was full of great food, great company, man. I couldn't complain, man. I went out to my sister's, of course. We did a breakfast, lunch, breakfast thing at my house for my
Okay.
oldest daughter. She goes with her other parents on Thanksgiving Eve, so we do like a little breakfast thing. We did
Yeah.
that with her, made some good. I mean, it was an all day eat fest, pretty much. I mean, we had a big breakfast with everything from uh, corned beef hash, bacon, eggs, biscuits, all that good shit. You know what I mean? And then, of course, when I went out to my sister's, my wife made some really good deviled eggs. We took out there with us, and man, ate like kings and queens, man. You know what I mean? Got my
Yeah.
belly fat and drank on a little bit of bourbon with my brother-in-law for his birthday, and
Yeah.
fuck, it was a good day.
Okay, then. That's what's up.
Yeah, how about you, man? How was your holiday?
Yeah, it was cool. We did it. We did our little thing on Friday. We had a family come over here. My girl cooked. People brought dishes. It was cool. Uh, my girl was kind of sick though, so she wasn't really feeling it like far as like up to par. But we still did our thing, played some games, had fun. Now we waiting to get Christmas out the way. I said I can't wait to get Christmas out the way because ain't nobody getting shit after this.
I wish I could say that. I wish I could say that part, but I got my wife's birthday in January. We got my
Oh,
oldest daughter February. We got my youngest daughter.
oh no,
in
birthdays don't
March.
count. Birthdays don't count. I'm
Yeah,
saying just random. You know how us
yeah, yeah,
guys might
yeah.
do shit on the random and
No,
yeah. So all that random be shit. Cause I know I ain't. I might get me something for Christmas myself, but I do this shit for my girl and the family, man,
yeah,
the kids. So
absolutely, man, absolutely. Uh, Big Spade, I'm gonna put us live on TikTok, man, and see if we get us some boxing fans on there as we do this. So I'm gonna kind of hold that. If I see some comments, I'll comment with some people. But let me get this started for us, man, and then we'll get into talking some boxing, brother.
okay.
All right, about to start. Welcome, everybody, man. This is my TikTok going live behind the scenes with us on our show, Bourbon and Boxing with my guy, Big Spade. We're doing episode 84, talking about all the news and everything that's going on in boxing, man. So thank you guys for joining us. And Big Spade, man, where do you want to jump off today, man? You want to start with?
Man,
You go ahead and tell me what topic is really which one you want to go with, brother.
I don't want to go. I ain't gonna start with the fire yet. I like start with the fire towards the end because that's when we
Yeah.
can't stop. So I'm gonna go with the. Let's go with the. We could go with the Richard Hitchison fight that's coming up
Okay.
this
Okay. With
Saturday.
Liam Paro. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Now,
I-
Liam Paro really showed out in his last fight, but I mean, he's looked good every fight I've actually seen him.
right.
But so, I mean, what's your thoughts on this one? Liam's got the belt. Hitchinson looks good in almost every fight we've seen him in. What's your
I'm,
thoughts, man?
I'm gonna be a little biased. I hope Hitchison can take it from me. I want to see him prevail. You know what I'm saying? Cause
Yeah,
he kind of a dark horse. Like he had to really grind to get where he at. Like far as like he ain't had no spotlight. Far as like, well, he was with the money team, but you know
make noise.
how Floyd do some fighters. So
Yeah,
I really like to see him take that belt and prevail and probably make a great fight against. It's a lot of fights at 140. That weight class is jumping for real. That's the weight class right there right
honestly, man, if
now.
you can get these guys to start really fighting each other, it's a
And,
really
and,
great
and getting
class.
saying fuck that zero, man. Saying
Yeah,
fuck the O. But everybody try to blame the O's on
what's up,
the
guys? Welcome.
fighters. But I don't just blame the O's on the fighters. I blame the O's on the promoters too. That's why
Yeah,
I really blame the.
absolutely. Everybody tries to hide it, but that's the one thing I got to say. Even and we'll get into that conversation later with Schofield. But hats off for him to even take a challenge like he's willing to take and put his O up there as young as he is. But we'll get more into that. But I think this fight, Hitchison with Paro, man, is an absolute great chance to get that 140 ball rolling. Let's say Hitchison takes
Yeah,
wins that fight.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
and that's an if because Liam Parr is a great, great fighter. Then you got Jack Catterall waiting in the wings for one of these guys, and Jack Catterall has looked very, very good at that 140 weight. His last two fights beat the brakes off of both of his last opponents, in Josh Taylor and Regis Prograde. I mean, just beat both of them boys like they didn't even deserve to be in the ring with him. And so I'm really interested to see if the winner of this fight, if Catterall gets the winner of that fight. What do you think about Jack Catterall getting an opportunity to fight the winner of this? Do you think he deserves it?
I mean, yeah, if you're a champion, I feel like you deserve anything that come your way that could put you on the next level. But
After this?
far as like Catterall in the mix, he definitely in the mix. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know, man, because it's like sometimes it be too quick to what I want to say. They be too quick to be undisputed. Be undisputed. Like you feel me? Like because that knocks everybody else out the way. It don't give everybody a chance to get they bumps on. Like, and
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say just for boxing. Certain weight classes don't need to be undisputed so fast. Like 147, yeah, they could go ahead and get them guys to fight. But 140 got so many different talented people on there, don't just make people undisputed right then and there because
yeah,
it's then.
yeah. You've got plenty of talent to spread
Yeah,
out fights to where even if it's not a championship fight,
yeah,
140 with so much talent that
yeah,
fight should be pretty entertaining. Unlike, like you said, with 147, the talent is so spread out and far from few at 147 that we want to see that division become undisputed at one point
yeah,
because those really are the only fights that make it
yeah,
147 are
yeah.
the
You get what I'm saying? You get
yeah
like 154. See, 154 got so many that the fights can be spread it out. You get what I'm saying? Don't
yeah
nobody got to
yeah
be undisputed so
yeah. And
fast.
I mean,
Now
there's guys not even
135. Now I can
forgetting
say
about 140.
135. Now we want to see fighters undisputed
Man,
because it ain't too many people at the 35 class no more like it was
yeah.
at first. You
I
see?
feel like 135 has become stagnated, man. Uh, we're not getting the fights like Loma's just taking more time off than what we would normally see him take off. Shakur fights probably a couple times a year. He got an injury, stopped him from coming back into the ring. But we're not getting the title fights at 135 that I think we definitely deserve to see. And it's about time that these guys step up. But I think it also has a lot to do with, PBC and Top Rank.
Yeah,
Uh,
promoter companies. That's what it is.
Other companies not wanting to work together with each other. And I think
Yeah,
that's a big issue with seeing these title fights at 135. I think that's what really is holding the 135 division up is and the fact that these promotional companies don't want to work with each other at the end of the day.
yeah.
But yeah,
Mm.
I mean, I like that fight coming up. And man, we also on the ESPN, you're going to get see that's what man. That's I don't know what time I'm gonna have to look at see what time the Liam Paro fight versus Hitchinson is because we also got the Navarrete Emmanuel Navarrete versus Oscar Valdez fight, and that's going to be a good one. That's a rematch, and I hope it's going to be good. When I say that, but Navarrete beat the brakes off of Valdez in that first.
Yeah, I ain't really, you know.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know why Navarrete is going back or to Oscar, and that's not taking anything away from Oscar. Oscar's a great fighter. Valdez, I like him a lot, but he got dominated in that first fight. So, and then we watched Navarrete take a loss. Well, not his first, his second loss, in that
135.
fight. Yeah, and he didn't look good in his last two fights. Concepcion kind of exposed him a little bit, and then I
Yeah.
think in his last fight, he got exposed even more. So I'd like to see how he bounces back. I'm a Navarrete fan, so I definitely want to see him bounce back. That is going to be on ESPN tomorrow. Yeah, so we got the Hitchinson fight. It's going to be in Puerto Rico, and then that
Hmm.
Oscar Valdez fight is going to be in Arizona. So I don't know how much the times are going to be stagnated on that. I'll have to look it up. But the fight that I'm most looking forward to on that is the Rafael Espinoza going up against Robeisy Ramirez. That's the second one. Now, last year we watched Espinoza upset Ramirez, and this fight, that's the one I've been waiting to see these guys rematch each other, and it's finally happening. What's your thoughts on that fight
I
overall?
ain't really hit to them. I don't. I really. I can't really. What weight class they in?
They're what is they are they 135? What damn weight class is that? I'll have to look at it. Hold on. No,
Is
yeah,
that
they're
the guy they
it's a
saying
featherweight.
Keyshawn should be fighting? Is that the guy they saying Keyshawn should be fighting? The
Uh,
BC,
no.
Roby.
They're at the featherweight, and
Oh,
it's the WBO title. Espinoza is the guy that I told you reminds me of a smaller Fedora, like kind of
oh
tall,
yeah, yeah,
skinny,
yeah, yeah,
lanky.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah,
That
yeah, yeah, yeah.
division, yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
keep
tall
telling me
guy for
about
his
him. Yeah,
division. And then
yeah,
he beat Robisi a year ago in December, right around the same exact time. I want to say it was the same damn date, December 8th of last year, actually.
yeah.
So, December 7th this year, but still, exactly a year ago. It was a great fight. It wasn't that Espinoza dominated the fight. It was a great fight overall, but he did clearly win the fight. And but that's the fight I'm looking most forward to, guys. Thank you guys for joining us on here, man. I'll try to read comments if you guys got them, man. Tell me what your thoughts are, man. I'm talking boxing right now with my guy Spade on our show, Bourbon and Boxing, man. You got to check us out on YouTube, guys. It's our channel on there, man. We try to come to you guys with the latest news and do what we do, man. We do this as a hobby. Of course, we want to go bigger, don't we, Big Spade?
Go bigger. We gonna go bigger.
That's
We
right. That's
whatever we want, we gonna get.
right. Oh man, I don't want to co-host. Sorry, I'm not going to bring anybody on right now with us live, guys. Me and my guy just catching up, talking this boxing stuff right now. Now, going into that after talking about the fights going on this week, because we kind of jumped right into that, which was pretty cool. So we got those out of the way because there is quite a bit of news, man. What do you think of? I want to bring up the young fighter Cormel. Is
Camille
that his?
Martin.
Yeah, coming in 15 pounds overweight for his fight that got canceled pretty much because of that. Uh, what are your thoughts on that? Now, he's scheduled to fight December 30th on the Ryan Garcia card. So, my question is
Is that happening with Ryan Garcia? So it's
yeah, it's
going
out of
down.
country. Yeah, it's not in the U.S. So, that card is not a sanctioned fight. So, my question is that a sanctioned fight for Carmel on that card?
Yeah, probably yeah,
Is it
because
out?
it's the same thing Jake Paul be doing.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Hmm.
And the fights underneath are sanctioned, but I thought that Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight was sanctioned. Uh, I don't know how they sanctioned that, especially after Tyson had an ulcer issue. But that fight with Carmel, man, what do you think? 15 pounds overweight. That's a lot, man.
They said what I got deeper into it. They said that his blood work ain't come back, so he had it under a precedent that he wasn't gonna fight. So he said that he didn't think they was gonna make him get on the scale or whatever. So they made him get on the scale, and weigh in or whatever the case may be. Because I'm
What
quite
do you
sure
say?
it
15
was
pounds
a.
overweight. But don't, even with the blood issue, do you think 15 pounds is a little excessive? I
I mean,
mean,
you could pick up weight easy, especially like when you really losing it and you draining yourself like that, like far as no food or nothing, you probably just start eating a little. You could pick up some weight, bro. Them boys could pick up 10 pounds overnight. Like it ain't that ain't nothing
now what were
really.
they saying? Were they saying it was the blood test coming
Yeah,
back?
they said his blood test was something was wrong with his blood or
Okay.
something, or they lost his blood work. I think they
Okay.
lost his blood
Now,
work,
losing his
so they
blood
couldn't
work.
find, huh?
Now they lost his blood work. How was that? Now, did he think the fight wasn't going to happen?
Yeah, he thought the fight
Okay.
wasn't gonna happen. Yeah,
That's
so
he wasn't ready.
yeah, and he
He
said they
wanted.
made him get on the
Okay.
scale, and he didn't think they was gonna make him.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
thought they was just gonna cancel it. Like he ain't think, oh yeah, still come and weigh in, and I'm sure. Come on, man, I'm quite sure dude ain't coming in
Yeah. Yeah.
oh
We
overweight
just
like that. Like
no
they,
motive coming in
he said
overweight.
basically they tried to make that seem like that was the reason, but it was really that they lost his blood work, so he
Yeah.
had it under his mind that he wasn't gonna fight. So he
Yeah, and
said,
then
fuck.
he kind of said right afterwards that he wasn't really worried because he had another fight coming up at the end of December. I looked more into it, and he is scheduled to be on the Ryan Garcia card December 30th with an opponent.
Yeah.
What the hell was that guy's name? I got it on here. It was one of the first stories on here. What about Terrence Crawford? What before I jump past this? Yeah, okay, yeah, he'll be on there against the guy uh, Pagara. He'll face a guy named Pagara who is 24-4. It looks like something like that. So a guy that's got some experience under his belt. It looks like so it should be a good fight for him. And let's see if he comes in at the right weight and stuff like that, and not really take it too much. Hey guys, I'm not going to have anybody on right now. No, nothing like that because doing the show as we speak. If you're just joining us, man, this is Bourbon and Boxing with our guy Big Spade and the Cowboy on here talking about what we love, baby, boxing, man. Right now, we're talking a lot of boxing news. We just went through the fights that are going on this weekend. What did you think about that Sonny Edwards fight? Did you get an opportunity to watch that? And the Yaffe guy that he fought? And
Nah,
what's your on him?
I ain't watched no fights this weekend.
Now,
None.
Now, the Yaffe guy looked really good. He's an older guy too. He's 31 years old. They're kind of pushing him right now since he's an older fighter. But this is like only his seventh fight as a pro, and he just put it on Sonny pretty good. But in the second round of that fight, he's in the corner. Edwards is, and he tells his team that he doesn't want to be here.
Oh, I seen that. Yeah, I seen
Yeah,
that.
so I'm like,
Yeah,
damn.
I seen that.
And then I had people on there talking about, oh, he's ready for Bam Rodriguez. And I'm like, bro, he got a shell of Sonny Edwards. Rodriguez beat the brakes off of of Sonny Edwards in his prime. Like he got a guy who didn't want to be there, was there for a paycheck.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was that
If
was
a
an easy
fighter
win.
don't want to be there and they ain't into it, there's no way you getting the best down.
Yeah.
Automatically ain't getting the best. If a
No.
fighter say that, even question themselves or
Yep.
doubt themselves, bro, you're not getting 100% them. You probably getting
No.
forty-five
No.
percent of them, and the
Yeah.
45% is about the money.
Got that
You know what I'm
straight,
saying?
guys.
The
Yeah.
45% about the money. So yeah, I wouldn't even judge off that fight. After I heard dude say that, I'm like, yeah. I mean, I felt this coach, you gotta motivate him, but I would have like, yeah, you ain't I probably put a through in the towel for him. Like, cause
Yep.
at the end of the day, and
Yep.
and when he was in the corner, it was like he was giving up when he was letting dude swing on him and he really wasn't trying, he was just covering up. I'm like, oh yeah, he
Yeah.
ain't
Yeah. I
he
thought.
ain't trying to win.
And then hearing people say that, oh man, this guy's ready for Bam Rodriguez. And I'm like, dude, that's a completely different level. And Bam is not like the Sonny he fought. That's two different Sonny Edwards. A guy who didn't want to be there, like we said, compared to a guy who wanted to fight Bam and what was at the prime of his career. So I think people need to pump the brakes. I like the Yaffe guy, but I think he definitely needs some more fights under him. Against maybe an opponent that wants to be in the ring first off. I mean, because that makes a hell of a difference in how a guy fights you, like you said and I said, how a guy fights you and everything like that.
Mm.
So, but yeah, I mean, I I watched that and I like the guy, but I don't know. Bam's a different level. And I don't know if I would put him against a Bam Rodriguez right now. Plus, I don't think he's even on Bam's radar and hasn't earned that respect yet to get that fight, in my opinion. Thank you guys for joining us, man. Once again, man, this is Bourbon and Boxing, guys. Doing our episode 84, catching up on this week's fights and everything like that. Sonny Edwards last week is who we were talking about against Yaffe. Yaffe got the sixth or seventh round stoppage in that fight to defeat Sonny Edwards, who retired at the end of the fight, saying that regardless of win or lose, he was going to retire. So I don't know. He did. I don't think he wanted to be in that fight to begin with, man. Let's jump over to Gervonta Davis news, man. He said at the end of and at his presser at the end of 2025, he was going to retire. Do you take him on his word, or is he just kind of throwing something out there to entertain the people, give people something to talk about? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I take it all different type of ways. He said he wasn't gonna be in boxing that long. I mean, he been doing it for a while since he was a kid. Some people don't want to box today. Fucking 30 over 35 and
Oh,
34 and all that shit. Then
yeah, yeah,
I could take it as I'll take it this too. If he would have told us like his next three fights, because he said he was trying to fight three times next year, I'd have been like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, he probably is gonna retire after these three fights.
yeah.
You get what
If
I'm
he
saying?
fights three times, like I only see him fighting this and then one more time. Like, because he's usually about what once a year he fights. So
Nah, hell nah, twice. He fight
now,
twice a year.
well, let's talk about this too. Not only is he talking about retiring, but he said he doesn't even want to fight Shakur. He would rather fight Keyshawn Davis.
Nah, nah,
Yeah,
nah.
that's
I
what he
didn't hear
said.
that. I didn't hear
That's
that.
what he said, my guy.
I
He
didn't hear
said
that.
that he is not interested in Shakur because Shakur is all defense. He said defense doesn't win fights. This ain't the NFL or the NBA.
I didn't
Defense
hear
don't win
that.
fights.
Nah.
Keyshawn is a more exciting fighter, and I would rather fight Keyshawn Davis. He said, even though neither fighter has proved anything. That's
Nah,
exactly what he said.
I didn't hear
You
him
bet.
say that.
You
I
bet.
heard him dismiss the Shakur fight. I ain't hear him say I don't want to fight Shakur. Them words, I did not hear that out of his mouth. I
That's
heard him
he,
dismiss it when they asked him
yeah,
about
he
Shakur.
dismissed it,
He
basically saying
dismissed it.
he didn't have any interest in it. But that's saying you don't want that
I'm
fight.
Nah, I mean nah. That mean I'm tired of y'all asking me about this motherfucker. So I'm gonna throw y'all off and tell y'all fuck him. I don't even want to fight him. We be looking. I feel like sometimes we look at it in too deep. Like oh no, he don't want to fight Shakur,
No,
and it
I ain't
might
saying he
be.
don't want to fight Shakur. I'm saying he doesn't want that fight overall. Like he's not even interested in it. Like
No,
it's not. And
yeah,
like
I mean,
he said we're fighters. We're not scared. He said you're only scared if you know a
no,
guy.
you know what though? At the end of the day, too, like we don't know what was the background talks before shit get publicized by us. We don't know what the background talks be like when the contracts was or what talks they had that made him be like, man, fuck that. I don't even want to fight him then because I
Yeah,
been heard that Shakur say they wasn't offered nothing. I feel like he was because it took you a minute to see who you was going with. You was seeing what the offer was gonna be with Tank and then it wasn't the offer you wanted, so you went to go sign with dude. For real. And people keep acting like, oh yeah, no, bruh. If y'all think about it, before I think Shakur was trying to get dude involved, the turkey dude,
yeah, because he
and
wanted that money for that fight.
yeah, I think he was trying to get him involved with it.
Yeah,
And Shakur don't mess with dude. So I mean Tank
nah,
don't mess with dude. And since now that Tank Shakur is with what's his name?
Eddie Hearns.
He's with Eddie Hearns that mess with the turkey. It's like, ah nah, fuck him. I don't even you feel me? I
Yeah,
ain't trying to
yeah.
do nothing because I was trying to do something and put
He
both
might
of
not
them.
be a fan of Eddie Hearns either, though.
Nah, he ain't a fan of turkey dude. That's who he's not
Yeah,
a fan
which I
of for
know he's
sure.
not him. He said like they had some kind of conversation over a year ago, not like face to face. Like he had mentioned something over like X or something like that. That Turkey wanted him to fight, send him two Ferraris or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
He'd go fight for him or something like
but
that.
then it's like this too. Like he said, they was saying Shakur said he wanted a 2 fight deal. Like Tank really don't fight nobody twice. You know what I'm saying? So
No,
like,
he definitely doesn't. Like,
and if you feel like you gonna win, why you need a 2 fight deal?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? This
yep,
best man take all. We don't need no 2 fight deal, bro. I don't know where these boxers get that 2 fight deal. I mean, it's cool sometimes, but you feel me? If I'm the guy you aiming for, you trying to say you could beat, you coming to get, and I'm that guy, you don't need no 2 fight deal. Take this 1 fight and show the world. What you
yeah,
need two
exactly.
fights for?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Do you
saying? What
think?
you
Do you think Loma will be him and Loma will fight this year?
who?
Loma and Shakur.
Hey, I don't know, man. I don't even know what's up with Loma. Shakur. I don't know, bro. All these motherfuckers need to move up to 140. Fuck 135. Vacate that shit. That shit ain't nothing. Ain't nothing jumping. Y'all ain't making nothing jump for us no more.
No,
So go
no.
ahead and vacate. Let these young boys have that shit and move up to 140 where everybody else at.
You
Where everybody at?
you know what we didn't talk about? Zapata versus Devin or Tevin Farmer. That fight.
I didn't see that, but I heard it was a close fight. A lot of people
It was
felt
close.
like Tevin won, but you
I
know
thought
how
it
the
was.
politics is in boxing. Who behind the scenes, going boy,
Yep,
so they probably, I mean, and then Zepeda end up not wanting
yep.
to fight
God, we
Shakur,
can
and
do this
I
bourbon
don't even want to talk about dude because
episode
he
84.
I don't even want to talk about Zepeda dude for real because he
He
seemed
didn't
like
look
he
that
doing
good.
too much duck goosing. He doing
Yeah,
too much duck goosing.
he is definitely 100% ducking Shakur. He now supposedly has an injury, and that's
Yeah,
why
like come
we're going
on,
to talk
man.
about Shakur's next opponent, and it's Floyd Schofield, the kid who we saw in his last fight look really suspect against Rennie. Uh, so, what are your thoughts on this fight? Is this fight even going to be entertaining? Is this too much to bite off for Floyd, or is this what we ask these guys to do anyways? Take those
No,
fights
I
regardless.
like it. I like it for the simple fact you young. Fuck it. A loss is a loss. It ain't gonna hurt him. He winning. At the end of the day, listen, bro. The only one that's gonna be hurting is Shakur if he let this man beat him.
Yeah,
Other than that, dude is winning, man. It don't matter how. We done seen Floyd box the socks off of Canelo. I'm talking about box his
yeah,
fucking socks off.
yeah.
So it might look like that. I mean, it might look like that. But under my pressure, Shakur better be careful because I know they coming in, they fighting dirty. I
Now
know
here's the
for a
thing,
fact
though. You
they
think
gon'
they fight
I
dirty?
won't be surprised if he headbutt Shakur. He coming
Now,
in fighting dirty for
now,
sure.
but here's the thing. Now, Canelo, we still saw signs that even against Floyd, Floyd dominating like he did, we still saw signs. Okay,
We
this
see
kid's
signs of
down.
Schofield.
We do, but if we see Schofield just get whooped by Shakur, let's say Shakur knocks him out, does that change the whole projection of his
Oh
career?
yeah, that
Can he
yeah.
come back
I
from something
don't
like
expect
that?
that. That's something I don't expect. So hell yeah.
Exactly.
I
So
don't
that's what I'm
expect that.
saying.
I don't really see that happening. Like I ain't
Gotta
saying
expect it.
Shakur
You would
can't,
expect it for
but
sure.
Shakur might bring it to his ass. I don't know. I've never
Yeah,
seen Shakur get hit, so I can't say like, oh yeah, he gonna walk him down because I don't know how Shakur is when he get hit. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And then I'm guaranteed. Mark my words, big bro. Schofield coming to fight a dirty fight, bro.
Well,
And I
he's
don't
gonna have
think
to.
he
I think he's gonna. He has no choice to, really honest, because I don't think he
yeah,
stands a chance.
that's
He's
the
just
fight I want him to
ready
fight
for
though.
this.
That's the type of fight I want. If I was his dad, his trainer, we going in here, we roughing this motherfucker up.
You
We gonna
absolutely
fight
right.
dirty.
Get him up
We gonna
against
fight.
someone.
We gonna take him all the
Yeah,
way off his comfort zone. We gonna mug him. We gonna put his our gloves in his face, his
yeah,
elbow. We gonna make the ref say a warning. We gonna get him out of his comfortability. You got to.
yeah.
You
I
got
like
to,
that.
because it ain't no way you about to sit right there and boxing jab for jab.
No, no,
You ain't
no.
doing
He
that.
doesn't stand a chance. There's no way. The size, I think, is just too much. One thing to reach in size, I think he's outreached. He's outsized by Shakur, and then just the boxing
No, but
ability.
the close in is what's gonna help him though, cause he could close in on Shakur. Even though Shakur got good defense, if he go back, he gonna close in on Shakur. He gonna try to smother him. That's the way
Okay.
he gotta fight. He gotta smother him. He gotta try to
Yeah,
smother him. I don't think he gonna win. If he put up a good fight, and this one thing, It's gonna be a good fight for him, a good test, whatever for the young boy.
Yeah,
It's also a good test for Shakur because I know what type of fight he's about to bring. He's
yeah,
about to bring that aggressive in your face, probably mug you on elbows in your face, glove rubbing
yeah,
off your forehead, probably hit you with a low blow, tackle you. Oh yeah, I want you to cut. If I'm his day, we coming in there just like that. We gonna take him out of his
yeah.
comfort zone.
That's it.
And he got to just be in shape. His last fight, he wasn't in shape. I could understand. They said it was supposed to go 10 rounds, 12. He got to be. I feel like he gonna be in dog grit shape for as. And then his last fight, he just went out his comfort zone. Like he got to know how to keep his head. Like box, bruh. It don't matter if
Yeah,
somebody the fight getting boring. That's how boxing is. Sometimes you gonna win a fight for it being boring. You ain't got to go tough. Cause I feel like if he bring that shit to Shakur, that's gonna be his fight. If he bring that dog, I don't give a fuck. You going out to knock me out, and
yeah.
I'm still coming. I'm still getting up. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see, man. It's gonna be a nice. I want to see. I want this is something I want to see just because it's like somebody that I know gonna put a test on Shakur. Two American, black African American fighters, and I feel like this is a good test for Shakur because ain't
Oh yeah,
nobody good. I
yeah,
don't feel like nobody else could bring what he gonna bring. I mean, Zepeda was gonna probably bring the same type of style, but
yeah,
Zepeda, I feel like Shakur pick him apart. I feel like Shakur gonna probably pick Schofield apart, but it ain't gonna be like he break pick Zepeda apart to me. Remember a couple shows back when I first seen Zepeda, I was like, man, Shakur, pick him apart, man. I
yeah. You
forgot
did
who we
say that.
watching.
You did say that, and that's when Zapata put on a good performance too. And I
Yeah,
thought he had a pretty decent performance. He said that.
yeah.
See, little bro, that's what I like, man. You bring your perspective like that, and that's bourbon and boxing for you guys. Once again, everybody joining,
Oh
man.
no, no, and I gotta give you your credit
No, no,
too.
we're not done. We're not done.
Oh,
Definitely.
okay, okay,
Not done. I'm
okay.
just giving some shout out to my little brother, Spade, man. He is on Face or on TikTok also. Go check him out, guys. Like I said, he brings a different perspective. When I was thinking about this fight with Shakur, I'm thinking this is just too easy. This is going to be embarrassing. And then, my guy Spade brings that perspective on this is a great fight. This is going to be a good fight, better than what people probably think. And it's not going to be too harmful for a guy like Schofield who's taking that chance, doing what we'd like to see younger fighters put that O up. Don't be worried about it, and
Yeah,
then see if he can fight the type of fight that you're talking about. Can he get a little bit dirty? Can he get rough with a guy like Shakur? Can he pin him in the corner? Can he take him off his game? Make him fight off
yeah,
foot? Test
yeah.
him a little bit. And make him actually have to use some offense. And that's where I would like to see Floyd do. I don't think he's going to do that, but
I,
I
I
like
got
that.
a question. I feel like he can. If Autumn did it, I feel like he can.
He did, but Artem, I don't know. Artem's one of them dudes that he's experienced like overseas where that dude's fought like 300
Yeah,
amateur
the
fights
experience,
type shit.
experience. But I just
Yeah.
feel like he was a little Autumn wasn't Autumn against how he was against Frank Martin.
No, he
But
was way better against Frank Martin than he was Shakur.
but but I just feel like, bro, it ain't gonna go how everybody think. I told my little brother that today, like, bro, I don't think it's gonna go how everybody think it's gonna go. And I ain't saying like, oh, he gonna come in there. I think he gonna fight a dirty fight. I think he gonna try to rough Shakur up. I think he gonna try to close in on him. Cause I don't think he gonna be scared of that power. It's gonna take a nice combination or a clean shot for him to be like,
Yeah.
okay, let me slow down. Like,
Yep.
and,
Yep.
and then if he might do that, the little motherfucker kind of like that type of shit. So
He
it's like
does, but
he
the
like the
problem is
bang,
he doesn't have power though. Uh,
huh?
he doesn't have any power.
No,
That's my issue with Schofield is that he doesn't have any power at all. I mean, he's
nah,
what
he got a
18
puncher's. He
fights?
got a puncher's power. He got a puncher's power.
He's got a puncher's power, but he doesn't have any knockouts. Uh, what I've seen on him, he's what 18-0, 0 KOs. Maybe BoxRec had it.
Nah,
Maybe
he got
BoxRec had it
knockouts.
wrong.
They was just talking about it. He got knockouts. You gotta look that up.
Okay, I have to check it out. But BoxRec was saying he doesn't. So that's what I was like, man, because I've only watched him a
Yeah,
few
they
times.
was saying he got a nice little knockout percentage.
Yeah, see, that's what I was wondering because I was like, damn, he ain't got no knockouts. I
I
was like,
think he got. I think he a boxer puncher. I think he got a little power. I think you just couldn't see it really because he got to work on his fundamental, like how to throw that shit.
Melissa,
But
what
I don't.
it is? Bourbon and
But
boxing.
Shakur also his power. He's a puncher power for real. So man, it's all we gonna see, man. If anything, Shakur gonna beat him to that body. He gonna slow his ass down going to that body for sure. So if
Now,
he letting him get the body shots off, Shakur gonna slow him down. He gonna gas him out. Cause what I see, he don't got his gas tank is kind of like you ain't got that good gas. That's how that fight when he fought last time. And if he wanna bring the fight, I wouldn't bring the fight like that in the early rounds. Cause in the late rounds is where the championship and the most of all the experience come out in. I would bring down that type of rough dog
okay.
fights at the end of the
Now I
championship
gotta.
rounds.
Now I do got a question for you that I definitely would like to get see what you thought about this one. Now, if you look at this card here, Shakur is the third fight on that card. He's not even the co-main event on this
Right.
event that he is in. What's your thoughts on that? Is it because it's Schofield who's just kind of a prospect coming up? And here's like before I go like three or four questions on you. Two questions. This is the first one. What's your thoughts on Shakur being not even the co-main event on that? Is that a step back? One, I guess he's still getting paid. But two, what's your thoughts on should have Schofield had went for like a Mason? Should he had
Uh,
had to fight another prospect before that
nah,
opportunity to fight Shakur?
no, because it's the opportunity of his lifetime. He ain't gonna get that with Mason. If you fight Mason, you gonna rarely get paid. It's gonna be it's
Yep.
gonna be a more step back for you for real, for real. This is not a step back for him. This is a win-win situation for him.
Okay.
Money wise, life changing money for him.
Okay.
Spotlight on a bigger stage. A lot of people's gonna be tuning in. It's just a bigger stage than him and Mason would have got for they fight anywhere it go. And
Yeah, that's true.
I
That's
I
true.
feel like Shakur been fighting the third fight. I mean, shit, yeah, that might be a good idea to keep people woke to fight to see Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker. To be honest, because people gonna be tuned in. You get what I'm
Man,
saying? So
I am looking
yeah,
at this card, and you said this card was okay. But I'm kind of thinking this card is fire, bro. Have you like you got Daniel Dubai versus Joseph Parker is going to be your co-main event. Your headliner, of course, is the Beterbiev versus Bivol. That's
yeah,
going to be the rematch to that fight. Glad to see it's happening a lot sooner than what I expected. But then you're going to have the IBF title heavyweight championship as your co-main event. Daniel Duval versus Joseph Parker. You got Shakur Stevenson versus Boyd Schofield. Carlos Adamas going up against Shiraz. Remember the Shiraz kid we saw a little bit back at the I want to say 160 division. That's going to be a hell of a fight. Virgil Ortiz is going to be fighting Mazdromov.
that's
Uh,
gonna be a hell of a fight. I want to see.
I'm telling you. And then you're going to have Bawatsi is going to be going up against Colin Smith, and you're going to have
I
Zane going up against Kabbalah. Man, that card is
I ain't hit to them two last fights. Them two first fights. I'm not. I know who Zhang is. I
yeah.
don't know the other two. I don't know them guys. I don't know
Man,
them.
you know the other who Carlos Adamas. He's at 160. Of course, man, the 160 division is
Nah,
just
not Carlos Adonis. I know him. I'm talking about the second to the bottom fight.
the second to the bottom on that one. Who was that? I had to go back on my thing, man. I'm blind.
Joseph, what it say? Joseph.
Oh, but Joseph, yeah, dude, Joshua Buatsi. He's a good fighter, bro. I've watched him a couple times, and of course, Colin Smith is really good. Also, these are two
Yeah.
guys. I want to say they're based out of the UK. I like both of those guys a lot. That's going to be a hell of a fight. So, I mean, this card's stacked top to bottom, bro. Like, I'm actually blown away by this card.
I
The more
don't know, man. I ain't a fan of the couple of
hey,
these fighters like
you're
Zhang,
going to watch them and be a fan. Trust me, man. These
like
guys are all
Zhang. I don't know, man. Zhang, he on the
yeah,
edge.
but that the guy he's going up against is pretty darn good at heavyweight.
Yeah, but they should have brought see these guys ducking the the guy that beat Jared Anderson. Like, yeah, I'm saying it's just I don't know. They could have made it a little better for me. I'm gonna say for me, it's cool. You feel me? It's cool. It's cool.
Thank you, Melissa,
I
for the
felt like
gift.
it could have been a little bit more
I get,
spicier. Like Dubas could have fought well Joseph Parker do need his chance. I've been said that screaming that, but
yeah, Parker definitely deserves a chance. But I think it's a hell of a fight. These guys are pretty evenly matched, Dubai and Parker. I mean, evenly matched.
yeah, I'm going
Versus
with Parker
Ortiz,
though.
what is it?
I'm going with Parker.
You're going with Parker. I know you like Parker. Uh, man, I don't know if Dubai builds off his last two fights, and because he's looked really good in his last two ones, and then he looked good against Usyk a little bit before Usyk took him out. But he hit him with a nice body shot that I thought was clean. Outside of that, his last two fights before that, he looked really, really good, man. So and then Parker has also, but I thought Parker almost, he could have lost to Zhang. He showed a lot of, adversity in that fight. So I think this is a 50-50 fight, really is, man. Uh, I'd like to maybe see Daniel Dubai. Uh, I don't know. I don't
Hey,
know.
one thing though, I gotta say about this turkey motherfucker, he cool. But bro, quit making all these fights in Saudi Arabia and shit, bro.
He
We
has spread out.
we
He did the Crawford fight. He was the one involved in that Crawford fight. He did
yeah,
that in
but
the
still
U.S.
though, bro. We want most of our fights over here though, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
we
come
do
on, man. Like
absolutely.
we don't wanna when you making cars like that, it's cool. But that Terrence Crawford shit was like, we was tired. Like,
God,
nah, bro.
because he put on a concert. That concert shit. If you're gonna do a
And I don't think
concert,
that card was that great though.
no, and it really wasn't. It didn't really carry it enough.
Yeah.
And you
You taking
definitely,
all
if
these
you,
good cards to
yeah,
Saudi Arabia, bro. Bring that
yeah,
shit over here.
yeah, and
Bro.
if you're
Like,
gonna
come
do
on,
a
man.
concert at any boxing event, it's got to be before any of the events start. The opener
Yeah.
to draw people in, like, oh, we're gonna have Eminem here. Come in and watch Eminem, and then enjoy the fights afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're afraid a lot of people will leave afterwards or what. But the fact is that at 12 o'clock at night in the U.S. on the East Coast, you put on a concert, and we don't get to the main event till 2 in the morning. You know,
Now that was the
East
West,
Coast,
wasn't it?
what it was out West Coast, but on
Oh
the
yeah, but you
East Coast
saying
over here,
on our time. Yeah,
our
I get
time's
it.
two
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
By
But he tried though. I see what he tried. He tried to do it where it'll still pop off. But for us, it's like, damn, we still like which I like Saudi Arabia because it
thank
showed the
you guys for
fights
being there.
earlier. It showed the fight earlier, but bro, you when you making cars like that, bro, you gotta bring some of that shit over here, bro. Like, don't be trying
Yeah,
to take boxing away from over here, bro. Like, for
yeah,
real, bro.
honestly,
I
man,
am liking
and
that. I ain't feeling that.
especially in Saudi Arabia where it's not like the atmosphere isn't that amazing. You don't get the
Yeah, we like to see people.
American
We like to see
atmosphere
other
that
fighters
we
at the
get
fights.
here.
We like to see
Oh, we got some
superstars.
boxing gloves. Thank you for the
I'm
gift.
like, we like to see superstars there. We like to see everybody can't
Oh yeah,
make
you're
it
gonna
there.
sell
Like,
out every
that
event.
could have been an event that I
Yeah.
probably would have tried to go to in
Shit, yeah, we would.
February. You
If
feel
you
me?
have
Like,
that
come on,
event
man.
here, hell yeah, we're gonna try to make it to something like that. That's an amazing.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
Like, yeah, I'd take that any day. Once again, guys, thank you guys for joining us live on TikTok, man. We are currently on episode 84 of Bourbon and Boxing. Go check us out. Like, subscribe, show some love, tap that screen. Go on YouTube, man. Check us out. We got tons of videos on there, man. It's the Cowboy and Spade, man. We've been doing our thing for a while. We love our boxing, man, and just decided to kind of give you guys a background of how our show goes, what we do. And this is what we do, man. We talk boxing, baby. That's a boxing podcast. That's Bourbon and Boxing. Of course, I drink a little bit of bourbon while I do my thing. My guy Spade, he's a healthy dude, so he drinks his water.
Mhm.
He kicks back. I mean, my dude works and works out. That's what he does. Work and work out. I work and I work out. I work out too. I mean, my arms are nice because I do a lot of bourbon lifting. Them bottles get heavy, bro. But thank you all for joining us on here, man. Appreciate y'all. Man, Big Spade, can you think of anything else that you want to talk about uh, in
yeah,
boxing right now? I feel like there's
yeah,
something
yeah.
I'm
You
forgetting.
skipping a lot, my boy.
I know.
You
Well,
you
tune us in, baby. We ain't leaving yet.
Benavidez and
David Morrell.
Benavidez, David Morrell, how you feeling? What you think going on? What's gonna happen?
Man, I seen them finally matched up face to face with each other. I always thought David Morrell was the bigger guy. They look pretty evenly matched. I mean, they both look like they're both around the same shape as far
Yeah.
as like their exercise or conditioning. They both they're not muscle heads. Uh, both,
Hey, David Benavidez so built so goddamn funny. Like,
yeah.
bro, what the
Well, he
fuck?
said he used to be the fat kid,
Yeah,
and
but
so
god
he grew up
damn,
a
like
fat
you
kid.
ain't
Yeah,
got no muscle definition, bro. And he
yeah.
probably stronger than a motherfucker, but
Oh
he ain't got
yeah, yeah.
no definition.
Yep.
Like,
That's it, exactly. But I like that. I mean, I love that fight. I was hoping that we would have gotten the Tank versus Roach fight on the undercard. It didn't work out that way for us. So I'm wondering how they're going to put it together and who they're going to put on the co-main event and who else is going to be on that card. I haven't heard anything about who else is actually going to be on the card. I do know it's all set. They did a presser. They did a face-to-face. And I think it's going to be a hell of a fight at 175. The question is that I'm also hearing that Terrence Crawford has an injury that sets him out till May, and coincidentally enough, till May. And then I'm also hearing that there is a good opportunity that it could be him versus Canelo uh, in May. I know you like that fight a lot,
I'm going to that motherfucker. Don't talk me.
bruh. You
If
know,
that happen, I'm going, bro. I don't
Texas.
give a fuck if I'm in the nosebleeds. I'm going.
Yeah, yeah,
I
good.
ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, put it in Dallas, Texas, that big ass stadium. I
I'm
think
there,
it
bro.
sells close
I
to
ain't
over
gonna lie to
20.
you, bro. Real talk. I'm there. I'm
Yeah,
not even lying to you, bro.
yeah,
If that happened, I'm going. Nosebleeds, I don't give a fuck. If I'm in the hallway of the fight, I'm going in the
yeah,
atmosphere.
yeah.
I will be there. No cap.
That's it. That's
No
it. I
cap.
like that, and I hope that fight does happen. You know what I mean? And then with the Morel fight, but I'm also hearing that Benavidez, like the WBC or something, was making him back to the mandatory, and he had so long to decide. But this is after he made the Morel fight, which doesn't make sense. Uh, to put a guy on notice after he makes a fight at 175. And he's kind of made it clear he wants to stay at 175. Do you think if he does ever fight Canelo, it's going to be at 168? Or do you think he's going to make Canelo come up to 175
Oh,
if they ever do fight? Or is Canelo ever even going to fight him at all?
see, I don't know. See, I'm kind of like I ain't gonna say what I want to say. I'm gonna hold that, but
Say what you want to say, bro.
nah, I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that.
All right.
But I mean, I feel like David Benavidez will go down to 168 to fight him. That's a chance in a lifetime. I mean, he'd do that. I don't feel like he feel like Canelo got to come up to 175, but
But let's
Canelo
say,
probably not wouldn't go up to 175 anyway.
let's say for instance, what fight would you take if you're David? This is a scenario I want to ask you. If you're David Benavidez and Arthur Beterbiev beats Bivol in the second fight, and they approach you, you beat David Morrell, Arthur Beterbiev beats Bivol, and they come to you and they say, "We got two fights on the table. You can go
Canelo,
Canelo. You're going to take Canelo, or
Canelo,
well, hmm, damn, really? You're taking
Canelo,
that easy for you to choose?
Canelo,
I feel like Beterbiev would be the bigger challenge. I don't know.
Canelo.
No, because Beterbiev is older than Canelo.
I've been wanting to
Canelo's the
kick
bigger
your ass. I've been wanting to kick your ass. You been running. I know this a good payday. Canelo, bitch.
Yeah,
And I want people to say I'm that guy.
yeah,
Canelo.
yeah. And the money fight. It's a bigger money fight, obviously, too.
Canelo.
And
Yeah,
Saudi Arabia would probably pay out
Benavid,
the ass
I'll
for
be
that
back.
fight.
I'll be back up after I kick Canelo ass. But
Yeah,
I'm taking Canelo all day, every day.
yeah, because that is true. It's not like the better beef fight wouldn't be there for him when he
Hmm.
came back up to 175 after a Canelo fight. And so yeah, okay, answered that pretty easy. Canelo, I can agree. It's the bigger fight. I like the unification at 175, but where do you go after you beat a better beef at 175? There's not much talent up there. Uh, So to
He
be able
said
to,
he had tried cruiserweight too, though.
do you think he would? Man, cruiserweight. I'm trying to think who we got. Ja Opati at cruiser. Got a couple of decent guys at cruiserweight. That Roberto, what is it? Gilberto Ramirez, who I
Yeah.
just watched a couple weekends ago. He's pretty good at one at
I
cruiserweight.
wish, no lie, I wish Jared Anderson could come down to like 168, 175. I think
Man,
heavyweight just too much for him, bro.
I've
I mean,
heard.
he a big dude, but I just feel like
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
agree.
Like sometimes you could be oversized, sometimes you could be undersized in heavyweight. Like
Well,
that's what I don't like
heavyweight,
about that
them
shit.
boys are big at heavyweight, man.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
God, I
And
mean,
for him to be
big.
young like that, like I
Yeah, I
feel
mean,
like he should have made his way up to heavyweight. Like he a
yeah,
baby for real.
true,
Like
true. He
I feel
should have
like
started at
yeah,
heavyweight.
yeah.
What about the rumors about the Boots versus Virgil fight? Now, I will tell you this. I don't know
No, the duck
what.
duck goose they was talking about because it ain't happening.
Well,
Ain't-
that's the thing about it. Now, here's what I'm hearing about that. The Boots versus Virgil Ortiz was supposed to happen at 154. I figured that was a 154 fight, right? I've been saying that because Virgil's never going to go back down to 147, where he basically almost died two times trying to make weight at 147. Like literally almost died, ended up in the hospital uh,
Yeah.
with huge issues and almost died trying to make that weight. So I heard that during, like, while they were reading the contract, they saw in the contract that Boots put in there, their team slipped in that 147 and Virgil almost signed it and then saw it and was like, hold on, we're not fighting at 147. I thought this was a clear 154 fight. And then Boots is like, no, I'm not ready to go to 154. I'll announce when I'm ready to go to 154 and shit like that. So, but I thought that was something that if you're
That's what
Boots,
I'm saying.
you
That's
would
how you know
clear
the
as
what.
day.
That's
What?
what I'm saying. That's how you know when the cap is the cap. Because
Yeah.
if you never was gonna go to 154, how the fuck you ever was gonna fight Terrence Crawford, bitch? Because no, excuse
No,
my language, but you knew damn well that he's not coming back down to fight you.
no,
So
no.
you saying if the person you wanted to fight right now, Boot said, okay. I mean, if Terrence Crawford said, come on, come to 154 and I'll fight you, you wouldn't go up to 154 and fight him?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You know
He
what I'm
would.
saying? So
He'd take that in a heartbeat. But I also feel like Eddie Hearns is the one pushing the 154.
nah, you already said now. Now let me talk, cause you cut me off when I was finna say what I was gonna say. You
All right.
been called that Connor Ben
Yeah.
bullshit with
Yeah.
Eddie Hearns. You been called it. You said you felt like he was trying to move Boost out the way, so Connor Ben could go ahead and get a belt at 147. You been
Yeah.
said that. We could go back shows and we
Yeah.
could we could play that, bro. You been said that. You been
Yeah.
said that. You been said that. That was shows ago. And that's what he trying to do, bro. Cause they talking
Yeah.
about Conor Ben about to fight
Eubanks and
no. They was saying Conor Ben about to fight man, what's his name? They got the belt, man, at 147.
Barrios or Stanonis.
Barrios, bro. They
Okay.
said they trying to make that happen.
Yeah. And I told everybody I felt like he was trying to do that. But people don't, what I don't think Eddie Hearns is comprehending is that number one, Connor Ben hasn't made 147 in 2 years. His
Yeah.
last three fights have been at a catch weight of 152, 151 on the average. He hasn't even made the 147 weight in almost 2 years. So I don't know why Hearns is so on him fighting at 147, especially when Ben keeps talking about fighting Eubanks and making that fight happen. Now, to me, if you're going to make that fight happen, Eubanks fights at 168 right now. I think he moved up to middleweight. He was fighting at what, 160, 165, something like that. How is Ben going to make that type of weight to fight a Eubanks? That, to me, I
They
don't know.
was supposed to fight at a cat. They was supposed to fight at a catch fight when they was supposed to fight. I
Yeah,
know
I
that
mean,
for
the,
sure.
the catch
I
weight
know
would
Conor
have to
Ben
be,
was coming up.
yeah, it would have to be 160 catch weight, I would think.
I forgot what the weight was, but
Actually,
I
I
know
think
Eubanks was coming down a lot, and Conor Ben was moving up a lot. That's when he took
Yeah.
them damn steroids.
Yeah, yep, and denied it. But now he's not suspended in the UK anymore. They lifted that suspension, and they're like, hey, more likely this fight is going to happen. But I'm like, man, you're talking about the guy fighting at 147. He hasn't fought there in 2 years, and then you want him to move up to fight a Eubanks. Say whatever happens in that fight, then he moves back down to 147. I think that's a little too much to ask of a guy to do, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it. So I think Hearns is shooting for something he knows is impossible, and I think he knows at 154 Conor Benn doesn't stand a chance. That there's not a lot of guys at 154 he's going to beat.
Yeah, I
But
don't know, man.
he
I
would be in
don't. I
position
just don't
for
be on that
154.
steroid shit. So once you do that, you already lost me. Anyway, I really wouldn't give a fuck about who you fight. But why wouldn't he let Boots and Conor Ben fight? Fuck it, they both on your shit. Like I don't know, man. I don't
Because
know.
they got so much money invested into Conor Benn, he knows he's not going to probably beat Boots, and then he loses, and then he's already got a black eye in the UK with the steroid situation.
And
Not
then they always talking about Boost, but we see the talent. He good, but his resume is fucking shitty. They had 30
yeah,
something fights.
and
He ain't got a motherfucking top nothing on his shit, bro.
no,
Who the
and
fuck?
and on top of that, he didn't look that great in his last fight. I'm sorry, against the Karen,
Yeah.
he didn't look that great. He got hit with some solid punches that I'm like, hey, at 154, you're not going to be able to take those type of punches. In my opinion, maybe he's got a better chin than what I realized. Maybe I don't know,
I
but
seen him hurt
I feel
against
like
I seen him hurt though, bro. Bust
yeah. So
before,
it's
bro.
like if he goes up to 154 and he's not defending, he's going to get hit with big shots like we saw the guy who just fought uh, Tim Tszyu.
Man, just imagine if that was Terrence Crawford hitting you with them motherfucking shots, man.
Yeah, like those were hammers, bro. And
Man,
then even guys like who Madrimov, who uh, Crawford fought, he's got heavy hands. Virgil
yeah.
Ortiz got pretty decently heavy hands. Boachuk, who Virgil just beat, has pretty decent heavy hands. It's a heavy-handed division at 154, so I don't know if he would be able to go up at 154 and take punches like he was taking against Karen. You know what I mean? At that division. But I don't know. I think 147, unless you can get the guys to fight, it's just too stagnated. Why not move to 154? Thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching us on live on TikTok here. Like I said, with my guy Big Spade doing episode 84. Check us out on YouTube. Follow us. Like, subscribe. Give us some love, baby. We'll show love back, man. If you follow us on here, we'll follow you back. You show that
Yes,
love on
sir.
YouTube. We'll show you love back if you got a YouTube channel. It don't matter what it is. You could be making jewelry, throwing glitter in the air, whatever you want to do. We'll support you. Because there's nothing but love at the end of the day.
Yes, sir.
What else you got to talk about, Big Spade?
Man, that was pretty much it for real, man.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was thinking, man. There was quite a bit of news that I was like, man, we got enough news to cover a good schedule, to cover a good show this week. Not last week, the week before that, just no fights at all. It was kind of, I watched a lot of shows take off last week. Even Dan Rayfield didn't do his show last week because it was just a dead week for boxing. So it was nice
Yeah.
to get back into it this week, kind of get back on track a little bit, guys. This is a Wednesday show for us because my guy Big Spade will be working this weekend. So I'll be watching the fights for my dude, keeping him updated
Man.
going on.
Fuck. This the fight I keep talking. This the fight I've been talking about Richard Hitchins fighting. I always was getting confused, and I was like, you'd be like Hutchinson. I'd be like, oh shit, you talking about
Yeah,
Hutchinson and shit like that. And now when he about to fight, guess where I'm gonna be?
yeah.
In the lab.
Well, I don't know if you're allowed to have a phone posted up somewhere, but
Hell
I'll
nah.
go live on TikTok for you and put the fight on my phone. You know,
Nah, but I'm gonna try to peek in, especially if they fight a little bit around 10 or some shit like that. I'll
yeah.
probably get to catch a little few minutes of it.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not like I said. I don't know, man. I'm probably definitely watching the Liam Paro versus Richard Hitchinson fight over Navarrete versus Valdez, but
Yeah.
I sure want to see the Espinoza versus my guy Ramirez. That fight I for sure want to see, and that's a co-main event. So hopefully I catch that one before the Liam Paro and Hitchins fight comes on. But I think that's going to be the fight to watch 100% for sure.
Yeah, I I really ain't. I think Valdez lost a little more stock to me. So I really ain't interested in to do. Then he had Peter to his goddamn self. I feel like he ain't know where the steroids came from. So
Yeah.
he ain't been shit since.
Hey, I don't know if my volume ain't up on this thing or what, but there's like inactivity. I've been active the whole time talking. What y'all talking about, man?
Yeah.
That's it. But yeah, like you said, man, that's it on what I have to talk about, man. And of course, we'll catch these fights this weekend, man. We'll catch up with each other next weekend. And I'm pretty sure just bigger fights coming on for December. And it's only going to get better, man. So 100% sure. Like I said, Big Spade, I always do the introduction. So take us out of the show, man. Tell everybody what they need to know.
Man, like always, like, subscribe, comment, join us, man. Like I said, we going up 2025, man. We trying to get bigger and better. We ain't trying, we gonna get bigger and better. Bigger shit going on, man. Just come and join Bourbon and Boxing, man. Tell us what y'all like. Y'all could, we gonna start bringing y'all up, man, doing live shows. So just come and join us, man. Come and talk y'all boxing. If you know boxing, come and talk that boxing with us.
Thank you. Thank you. That's it, my guy, man. Like I said, this is episode 84 of Bourbon and Boxing with your boy, the Cowboy and Spade, baby. And we'll be back with you next weekend and through the rest of the year. And then we'll be popping next year as we're probably going to go back to StreamYard because, Restream ain't that good. Keeping it real. Hell yeah. But all right, my guy, man. Thanks for joining up with me. We're gonna end this
Yes,
recording,
sir.
man. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Show that love, like my dude said, man. Show that love to us, and we'll show it back, guys. Have a great night. Over and out.